What is a 100-word summary of the trouble you guys got into in this perfectly safe underground tomb last week?
I mean, we found a couple of secret passages that had horrible flesh abominations in them.
Friends. You made friends.
We found a pattern to the secret passages, and that they all have a brick that extends, and then you pull the brick out, and then there's a wheel, and the wheel causes horrible fire, which we totally need to find the source of.
It's valuable.
That's actually what we're currently looking for, is the giant cache of alchemist fire.
Lucius was trying to carefully go down this thing right here. It was a slide. And then two jabronis decided to be happy and fun and decided to slide down and crash into him, and we all ended up rolling ass over tea kettle into the bottom of the slide.
So answer me this then. After several years of trying, have I finally gotten you guys to casually use the word jabronis?
No, never.
No.
So it's just McDohl. Just McDohl,
Yeah.
Okay.
I just threw the word out because I thought it would be the most amusing to you, Brick Road.
It was.
Good. I'm glad.
We left Tom Wolf outside. He came back in here and go treasure hunting.
Okay.
It's
Listen,
basically
last
the
time we
gist.
gave him access to some treasure.
An ogre threw him down a hole. And he landed in horrible pea water.
Nodal, can you endure one more story for my Saturday D&D group?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Okay. Because it was their first time playing on Tabletop Simulator. And I put monsters on the map. And then I noticed almost immediately some of the little monsters had names. I'm like, oh, that's adorable. He thinks he's Nodal. But they were like really generic names. They're like, Wolfman 1 and Wolfman 2. One of the barbarians he named my friend Jeff, which I appreciated.
Did you exclusively refer to him as Jeff from then on?
No, we killed him in the next combat round, and Jeff was never mentioned again.
Oh,
But
became a wolf
I
now.
told him, like, look, if you're going to, go behind my back and name my monsters, you got to level yourself up. This is just not acceptable. You've got to do better than this.
I think Jeff is a perfectly good first step.
So I told him, so listen, the wizard in my other game has a familiar that's a hawk. The hawk's name is Tony, and I think some of them didn't get it.
You should tweet that.
I mean, it's not that I didn't get it, but I definitely didn't recognize it at first.
Oh, I'm sorry, Scrappy didn't load into this table, did he?
No, because this table predated Scrappy.
Yeah, this predates
Scrappy will be
We've got
on.
a Scrappy.
He will be on future tables.
Yeah, we've got a Scrappy already. It's fine.
All right.
That's Scrappy 1.0, and then he's gonna go back and upgrade him.
Yeah,
Actually, we're on
Scrappy Mark
1.1
II.
now because he died last session.
This is the second Kate Sith.
Just realized we are carrying Kate Sith around.
All right.
That's she. Okay. All right. Never mind. Oh, I'll stop.
I pronounce it badly too because I just do not care.
In the remake, I'm sitting there. People are like, Don Corneo. I'm like, no, it's Corneo.
Don Aerith.
Gus, there's this super enticing stone door in front of you.
Hey, I'm just gonna kick it open.
Okay.
I'm done with this place.
You hurt your foot because the door's supposed to open outward.
Okay, this is the one door in all of reality. In every game.
This is the
Wait, can I tell a story?
Doors.
Is it really funny?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so I was watching WrestleMania with some friends, and there was a big forklift that was raised up and had a big box on it. And I, as of course I do, point at that forklift and I go, "That is not OSHA certified." And then I was like, "Wait a second here," and I Googled it, and I was like, "No, wait, I'm right! It's not OSHA certified!" And I got to link the OSHA certification to everyone.
No.
But have you seen the meme where the forklift is lifting another forklift and the second forklift has a guy on it painting a wall?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that's...
I saw that
Like
in
an
a
operator
public
operator.
safety video once. It didn't end well for them.
The German forklift video is my favorite.
Gus, kicking open this door?
Yeah, I'm opening the door.
Opening the door. Kicking it open? This is important.
If I can kick the door open without hurting my foot, yes.
Any door that you try to kick will automatically open the other way.
Okay.
So you'll never be able to kick a door ever again.
Okay.
And it opens into a small stone room. Looking
Oh,
into
man,
this
so
room,
it's-
though, against the back wall, you see another door, first of all. And
Cool.
in the wall next to the door, there's a square stone slat cut out of it that has a panel in the front with a handle on it.
Yeah, I'll just step right here. I'm not touching that.
That sounds like it's begging for Scrappy to pull on that handle.
Sure.
Oh, actually, yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull the door closed.
Okay. And you can no longer see Scrappy.
Well, if the room fills with fire, I don't want to be, I don't want my face roasted off. I like my face.
You weren't using it.
And what's next?
It's the part of his body that he puts his beer in.
Yeah, if we don't sense anything, let's open up the door and do it with that open.
Well, what's Scrappy supposed to be doing in the room? I'm still on that one.
Go in there and pull that lever.
That's not a lever. It's a panel set into the wall, a couple feet up off
Oh.
the ground. The panel has a handle on it.
Yeah, pull.
Oh, such that like it would like it seems like one of those like
Like a fuse box?
I mean, nobody's done anything with the handle. You don't know what it does yet.
Yeah, Scrappy. I told Scrappy to go in there and to pull the handle.
pull the handle.
And what kind of feedback do you get if you can't currently see Scrappy?
None.
Real good question.
None? Okay. Well, as far as you know, Scrappy went in there and started pulling on the handle to the best of his ability.
I'm gonna,
Alright.
If I don't hear any crashes, whooshings, or anything like that, I'll open the door.
Okay.
Yeah.
You open the door, and Scrappy is kind of pawing at this panel. It looks like the handle doesn't pull away from the wall.
Scrappy did his best.
Scrappy,
Try pushing.
push the handle.
He leans forward and puts his paws on it and leans into the panel, and it doesn't look like it pushes in either.
Okay.
Twist. Bop
Push it up.
He turns around and he starts doing the hula.
Did you just say bop it, Nodal?
No, you can't prove he did.
What's next?
Lucius will tentatively step inside.
Okay.
Just gonna stand. In
What's
the
so?
corner
What's
here.
this panel like? If I get a closer look at it.
There's a stone square or window kind of carved into the wall here. Maybe a foot on each side. So not quite big enough for any of you guys to squeeze through it, but it'd be big enough for you to pass something through the wall. Just right now there's a panel covering it. And looking at it, looks like you can grab this handle and slide it open or closed.
Is it like a wooden panel?
Some form of metal. When you rap on it, it makes a metallic noise, and it's a hollow noise, so the cavity on the other side is empty.
Yeah, I'll slide it open.
You slide it open, and you can see partially into the room beyond. And looking in, you have no light source, correct?
No. There's a
Looking
light
in-
on Scrappy. He's got 5 feet, so
That's not going to illuminate through
yeah,
this
it's not gonna
hole in the wall.
illuminate it in there.
It looks like this room, there's no movement inside, and there's no light source inside, but it looks like the floor, especially the center areas of the floor, are covered in metallic debris, scraps of something. Metal poles and plates, lengths of chain, maybe bits of weapons and armor. Difficult to discern anything for certain, but from here it just looks like a heap of metal garbage.
Let me try putting illumination on a pebble and tossing it into that square.
Okay. And in doing so, you can see clearly in the center of the room, about here, probably see quite a lot more of the room than I've... Probably only the one corner back there that you can't see.
Mhm.
A wooden pole or a spike driven into the floor and poking up out about 2 feet in between two of the floor panels. And attached to it at all different heights are lengths of chain. And looking around, you see discarded 10 or 12 what look like bear traps. And they are rusty and horrible looking. And sure enough, amidst the bear traps, you see not only metallic debris, things like broken weapons and armor, but also scraps of bone.
Yeah, I was waiting for that. Looks like a torture chamber of some sort. Is there, can I investigate this wall, like look for any secret doors?
Yeah, you want to make that check?
Sure.
Are any of the bear traps like right up against the pole?
You mean like horseshoes? Or any of them touching it or in a point?
No, more like, are they like right where someone would be standing if they were standing next to the pole?
That's a 12 on investigation.
They're kind of strewn about in the center of the room. I'm not sure what you mean by like literally touching the pole. No. You investigate the walls in the area? No, they just look like normal solid walls to you.
Is there anything in there that looks like a mechanical device, like that could be released or in any way?
Not that you can see.
Okay, I don't see a way into there from here. Maybe it'll connect through another room.
Well, there's this door right here.
Wait, there's a door?
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't tried the door.
I didn't hear the part where there was a door.
It's on the map.
Yeah,
Sure,
it's very much on the map.
Sure.
Open up the door.
You spent a lot of effort describing the panel and none on the door. I'll have Scrappy open the door.
Doors are uninteresting.
He pushes the
That was
door
the
open.
First thing he said.
And you can see into the rest of the room. And there's nothing obscured in that corner of the room that was not
I
there.
will send Scrappy into the room.
What's the state of this panel right now?
Open.
Okay.
And there's a light pebble behind Gus right now.
Okay. Yeah, so Scrappy and Gus, as you enter into this middle of the room, you're kind of gingerly stepping in and around all of this debris on the floor.
Did you light
Lucius.
a torch at some point, Gus?
Hey,
I doused it, but I have
Okay.
a torch. I can light it.
No, I was just curious if there's more light yet.
Where you're standing near to the wall,
mhm.
maybe about just above, like at your eye level, you see a recess in the wall where a chain could be affixed. But there's not one there now.
Seeker standing beside Florian walks up to him and says, with your professional expertise as a wizard, he points at the room. Would you say that looks haunted as shit?
Is any of the equipment that's scattered around the room still in like any sort of salvageable shape, or is it the same as the dwarven armor in that other room?
No, in fact, calling it equipment might be a stretch.
Okay, it's just scrap.
What about the... Go ahead.
I find the use of the word haunted to be very fascinating.
Suddenly,
We as mere mortals, would absolutely find that room haunted. But given that room may actually be haunted by ghosts or spirits or apparitions or maybe even devils or demons, would that be haunted to that?
Just be lived in.
Creepy
Exactly.
AF, I think. Is
Home is where the
terminology.
ectoplasm is.
As what sort of apparatus would a chain be affixed to? Is like a spike and like a little ring point there?
it looks just like you could hook a length of chain into this recess.
Okay.
Doesn't look like there's much of an apparatus at all in terms of moving parts. Just a place where a chain could be affixed, but currently is not.
What's the? I'll go in there. What's the status of this wooden pole at this point? Is it still intact? Or...
It's a metal pole, and it's still very much intact. It only comes up about 2 feet out of the ground, though. And looking down, there are lengths of chain wrapped around at pretty much all levels of the pole. The chain snakes down over the floor and is attached to these bear traps that you guys are gingerly stepping over.
Are the bear traps are not set, are they?
Some of them are, some of them aren't. Some of them appear to be broken.
Okay.
When Alexander walks through the door, Seeker gingerly steps through after him, saying, "Sorry, Florian, but the numbers game is saying that that door closes ominously. I want to be on this side."
Yeah, no joke.
I strike a torch.
Okay.
Is there any are there any chains that don't have A bear trap attached to the end of it.
You're gonna have to get down on your hands and knees and start untangling chains.
I'm gonna go around and just, Dosha, safety first. I am going to release any of these bear traps that are in the armed position.
Okay.
And just let them snap shut.
Roll initiative.
Roll initiative.
Is that before I start doing that, or like when I touch the first one? At what point? How much that have I gotten done before initiative comes up?
Just as you touch the first one.
Okay.
Oh, I need these guys. I don't know what I'm doing.
Gus, you can have this one.
You want this one?
Wow.
Did you get 19, Lucius?
What's that?
Did you get 19?
Yeah, I'm on 18.
Lucius? You got
18.
18?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we can't have a high initiative pile up today.
Clown car.
So what would you do, Brickard, if all of us got all on the or we're all on the
Oh
same
wait,
initiative?
actually, no, never mind.
Treble.
I'm up here.
Treble, do you own the Tome of Beasts?
No.
No. Okay. So you would not be able to open it and turn to page 229. The good news is you get to see where in the room the monsters are.
Yay! Boo! I'm not happy about this.
There were different monsters in this room originally, but then McDohl said 229, so you can blame him.
Yeah, before all you guys got here, he asked me for a number, and I said 229, so you're welcome. This is entirely my fault.
Originally it was haunted. There were undead in here. This is better, though. What are you poking the bear trap with, Alex?
Thieves' tools.
Oh, so you're getting right down in there.
Yeah, I was gonna disarm it.
Okay. So you're kind of... What are you expecting to happen? Like the thing when you release the tension, the thing to snap shut?
No, I was gonna use my thieves' tools to actually release the spring and then just close it.
Okay.
Like, remove the spring from the equation, let it bounce out on its own, and then just close it so nobody gets hurt.
So as you get down and you start dismantling the thing, it violently leaps up as though under its own volition. And instead of just snapping open or snapping shut like you would expect the bear trap to do, it starts snapping repeatedly like the actual trap is a set of jaws. And then it starts biting at you.
Bear trap mimics.
No, I think they're just bear. I think it's an animated bear trap.
Alex, I have a 14 to hit.
That hits my armor.
Hits your armor?
That misses. Sorry.
That misses, okay. Lucius.
Hey. Don't gotta roll well.
I have a 15 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. I'm going to deal some
Luckily, I have
damage,
temporary hit points.
and then I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Sure thing, sir.
17 points of piercing damage from the bite.
Owie.
As one of the bear traps in the little scrap pile next to you as you're investigating the wall snaps to life violently and grabs onto your leg.
I failed that dex save, by the way. That's only a 6.
Then you are dragged prone.
Rude.
And when the creature... You're medium or smaller, right?
Yep.
When it knocks a medium or smaller target prone, it immediately makes 3 additional bite attacks.
The fuck?
I have a 14 to hit.
That hits.
For 8 points of piercing damage.
Sure.
I have a 22 to hit.
That hits.
For 11 points of piercing damage.
Unconscious.
And this to hit, if it hits, is going to be 2 failed death saves.
2 failed death saves.
And it does hit.
Fuck.
So no sooner do these things start springing to life than one of them just grabs hold of Lucius, drags him to the ground, and starts eviscerating him. We'll launch this one.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, what's their actual movement? Oh, they've got enough movement. This one's going to try for Gus. And Gus, you're holding a torch, right?
Right.
So you're not holding a shield?
No, I'm not holding my weapon.
Not holding your weapon. I have a 21 to hit.
Yes.
11 points of piercing damage, and I need a DC 16 dexterity saving throw.
That's a fail. How much
How much what?
damage was that first one?
11. And when you're dragged prone, he gets to make
Oh, you know what? You know what? No, never mind. Shield.
shield.
Yeah, shield.
Smart.
So it gets a
Smart choice.
mouthful of your magic shield instead.
Right. I almost forgot I had that.
The good
No,
news
your
is
divination rolls. Sorry.
do you Nodal?
What?
Did
Do you have divination rolls?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I've-
Is one of
it's,
them over? Is oh, it's a 6. Okay, never mind then.
You want that one?
No.
The good news is there are many, many bear traps in the room discarded that did not immediately come to life.
I appreciate that.
That's going to bring us to Florian.
Well, I have line of sight on all of the bear traps if I move here.
You do. You also have line of sight on your dying companion.
That
Yep.
literally is one roll away from dying, and I don't feel confident right now.
Well, that's true. Everybody does have 6 blips. 4 blips is an auto success for any companion. The question is, do your friends love you?
Gotta love yourself first.
Florian, what do?
The question is I don't think I have any way to heal you. But if I spend 4 blips, that gives him a success, is what I'm hearing.
If he makes his death saving throw and fails, anybody can spend 4 blips to turn it into an auto success.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I don't have... I think I've used my healing potion already.
Okay.
I think Lucius has one on him. Yeah.
If I...
If you.
Do I think if I hit him with a magic missile, I'm actually going to hit Lucius instead?
No.
Or can I actually target the... Alright.
No, you can
You
target
can't
him.
miss with magic.
The thing's not grappling
Yeah,
him.
you
It
can.
just dragged him to the ground and started chomping on him.
Just want to make sure... Yeah, you know what? No. Let's get all in there and grab the potion from Lucius and shove it down his throat.
All right, right up into the threat range. I like it.
Yeah.
All right. That is
Writing this down in the log.
I'm moving or staying put, Florian.
I got Lucius got jobbed. Put that in the log.
I'm going to stay put.
Lucius, you're up.
Well, from that healing potion, I get 6 hit points.
Okay.
So that's not nothing, but
Let's take care of these bear traps. How about, let me say.
okay. So I have applied my 6 hit points of healing. Lucius is going to disengage
Okay.
Smart.
and get the hell out of this room.
Okay. The thing snaps at your heels as you stand up and manage to kick away from it.
I'm only moving 15 feet. So 1, 2, 3. Yep. So yeah, for half my movement to stand up and get out of there.
It's going to bring us to Seeker.
All right. Seeker doesn't like the looks of this room.
No, this is a really bad room.
It's a low quality room. I think I'm just going to take Florian's place in this combat. And I am going to magic missile this man right here.
Okay.
All 3 missiles sailing his way.
Let's do it.
How am I doing for spells?
How are you doing for spells?
I'm good. I've got 2 slots.
That is 10 force damage. As Seeker signs his 3 points of light in the air, and they go zipping towards him in the shape of stars.
And it impacts the bear trap creature, rattles it against the back wall, and it snaps to, looking in your direction, snapping ominously. Moving or staying put?
I mean, Seeker's on like the back half of this square, like pressing right up against there.
It's going to bring us to Alexander.
1 second. It's
Yeah.
going to bring us to Tony.
Okay.
Hey
Who
Tony,
is
can you
going-
give me a hand
To give you a hand with what?
attacking this one?
Yeah, that was the thought.
Thank you.
And to send Alex over to flap at this thing, trying to distract its attention between him and Alexander.
Show me a path Tony gets to this square without leaving his threat range. Or his.
How tall is the ceiling?
These things have enough reach to reach the ceiling.
Just put him on Florian's shoulder.
Yeah, I'll just put him on Florian's shoulder.
Okay. And he's giving advantage.
To Alexander.
All right.
All right, let's
bring
go
us to
ahead
Alex.
and cash in on that sharpshooter feat. So that'll hit an armor class of 20
That hits.
for D8 plus 16 for 19 damage.
Never threatened Tony's wizard.
Okay. Moving or staying put?
That's the end of Alex's turn. Scrappy will come up to here and snap at this one.
Okay.
Hit an armor class of 13.
13 does not hit.
Okay, that's the end of our turns.
Scrappy manages to get momentarily tangled up in the thing's chains. And that's going to bring us to Gus.
Okay, Gus is going to drop the torch in this square and pull out his hammer and hit this man. Or
Okay.
not man. This.
Godless abomination.
Right, yes.
Yeah, that.
That is a pretty good roll. That is a 21 to hit.
21 does hit.
Okay. That's not a D8. That is a D8. That is 9 points of bludgeoning damage on this guy.
Very good.
And we're going to... No, that's it. It's fine.
Staying put there.
Yep. I would like to point out that I am intentionally not using Booming Blade because it seems like loud noises draw all the horrible eyeless creatures.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Noted.
This is an interesting conundrum now.
Gus is a coward. Put it down.
I have a 20 to hit Scrappy
Yeah, that hits.
for 7 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
Scrappy needs to make a DC 16 dexterity saving throw.
Why can I never find saves on this thing? It's +3. Okay. He makes it.
Okay. I now have a 25 to hit Scrappy.
Yep.
For 11 piercing damage.
Okay.
And another DC 16 saving throw.
He failed that one.
Then he gets to make 3 more bite attacks against Scrappy, who's now prone in his square. The first one is a 14 to hit.
Miss.
The second one is a 25 to hit.
Yep.
That's 14 more piercing.
Hold on. I have to see what is the HP are now because I didn't write down the new number after I leveled up. 27. Yeah, that's it for Scrappy.
All right. Something about Scrappy moving into position seems to have enticed these 3 creatures as they turn their attention towards it and start rending as best they can with their rusted, bloody teeth the metal from Scrappy's exterior until Scrappy stops moving altogether. And this one didn't get a turn yet. And Florian's there.
I mean, he could attack Scrappy too.
No, Scrappy's already dead. It's fine. Florian, I have a 13 to hit.
Shield.
Shield.
Yes.
As this third one, after Scrappy goes down, lunges at you, and you shield him away. None of them have to reposition themselves.
Means he gets 6 more attacks, right?
Right.
Excellent.
I'm sorry, McDohl, you butthurt about something?
Maybe a little bit.
Mm-hmm. I can just spawn in more bear traps if you're feeling lonely out there.
Really rather
More
not.
like boar traps, am I right, guys? Snore.
Florian, you're up. Seeker really wants to get killed by bear traps.
Seeker's way over here. Seeker's good.
Yeah, Florian, you're up.
I am conscious.
Yes, and there's
Yeah,
a bird
you are.
sitting on you.
I was not expected to be conscious. Okay. Let's this one's been damaged, right? Let's do
Yep.
a second level magic missile on it.
Okay.
If it's not at least rusted at the end of this, we're screwed.
Yeah.
Rusted.
That is 11 damage.
Okay, and it is rusted.
12 damage. Sorry, 12 damage.
Likewise, it is rusted. I mean, it's also bloody, but it's mostly bloody because it ate half of Lucius.
It
Florian.
ate all of Lucius.
Moving or staying put?
I'm assuming these bear traps don't have names, so I will be staying put.
Nodal has not named them yet. It's going to bring us
Alright.
to Lucius.
I'm going to draw a bead on this one directly in front of Gus.
Okay,
And I'm going to cast Hex on it.
very good.
Hexing, they don't do strength checks or like that to grapple them, so that's gonna have to be, let's say, dexterity. Sure.
Okay.
Dexterity, and I have an 18 to hit.
18 will hit.
Get you some force and necrotic damage here shortly. Dice are not cooperating right now. There we go. You, sir, can please take 10 force damage and max it. Make that 15 force damage and 6 necrotic damage to the one directly in front of Gustavus. Rusty.
And
Snappy.
it is now rusted.
Mr. Chomper's okay.
Mr.
Good job, Nodal.
Yeah, very good. Moving or staying put?
I'm going to slide back to where I can kind of peek into the room through the looking panel, I guess is what you'd call it.
Okay. That's going to bring us to Seeker.
All right, Seeker is going to. Yeah, let's follow your lead here. You seem to know how to deal with these things, Florian. Let's toss out a nice second level magic missile on this man.
Very good. It's not my friend Jeff.
F. Jeff.
Wow. No Jeff
That
fans.
is 16 force damage.
And the thing all at once seems to come completely disassembled. All of the moving parts slide and break away from each other, and there's a loud clatter as all of the pieces of scrap and the chain that was swirling around behind it like a snake hits the ground and moves no more. Moving or staying put?
I'm staying put, and so is Tony as he flutters at Rusty over here to give Alexander advantage once again.
All right. That's going to bring us to Alexander's turn.
That'll hammer out. Let's go at disadvantage from melee and advantage from Tony, but I'm still going to take the sharpshooter.
Okay. Living large.
Hey, you know what? We need to.
14 on armor class.
14 does not hit.
That's the end of my turn.
Lucius shot into the massive chains swirling around underneath the thing. That's going to bring us to Gustavus.
Okay, I'm going to hit this one with my hammer.
Do
Go
it.
and fight it. Go and fight it.
You're gonna find it.
Why would you do that? I don't understand.
That is a 18 to hit
18 does hit.
for 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay. So you are also disassembling these creatures, but your methods are crude. Moving or staying put?
Mm-hmm. I'm fine.
Okay. It's going to bring us to my boys.
You boys.
God, I got to kill at least one of you here.
No, you don't.
Alex.
Mm-hmm.
I have a 15 to hit.
Nope.
Gus. Nat 1. You know what? 4 more come to life. Screw this. Mr. Chompers had babies. That's gonna bring us.
Chompers was Mrs. Chompers.
It's gonna bring us to Florian.
Oh, what happened?
You're still alive.
You're still alive despite
just-
all logic.
I just missed. The things only have multi-attack if their first attack hits and you fail to save.
Well,
So
alright.
if they miss that first attack, and you guys, your AC is like 39, so
And I'm back here.
right.
Let's blast Rusty with another level 2 magic missile.
Okay. You have disadvantage on the attack roll.
Oh no. He takes 15.
That's enough to disassemble good old Rusty.
All right, cool. I now take a step back.
Oh no,
to-
100%.
Take a step back.
Yeah.
All right, then you'll be leaving his threat range.
He's a 10-foot range?
Wait, what? Really?
These things are attached to living chains.
Ah!
All right, then I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
I guess I'm staying right here.
Oh, jeez, if I had known that, I could have backed up and taken a shot.
Next time.
Yeah.
That's gonna bring us to Lucius.
Lucius is. Do I have line of sight to now Ms. Chompers? Apparently.
Yeah, absolutely. Well,
Lady Chompers.
as long as the thing you're firing is able to aim through this like 1 foot square hole.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's an Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, then all you gotta do is
But it's
poke your finger into the hole and hope there's not a guillotine blade trap in there. Nobody checks.
That would be
I investigated
so
it.
funny.
I'm going to move my hex onto Ms. Chompers and then fire an Eldritch Blast.
Sure.
21 to hit.
21 does hit.
Pleased to be enjoying 13 force damage, 5 necrotic.
Very good. Now you're moving or staying put?
I am going to move into the door.
Into the doorway. That's gonna bring us to Seeker.
Alright, Seeker is almost out of spell slots, so sorry folks, but he is only going to make me a wisdom saving throw.
For some reason, these things are decent at wisdom saves.
What?
Not that decent, only a 12.
Got a bear trap for a mind. No, that is not going to do it. So
Okay.
he is going to hear a dolorous tone
But
as I tone the dead.
it quite literally has the mind of a steel trap.
And it takes 3 necrotic damage.
Very good. Moving or staying put?
I'm good here.
It's gonna bring us to Alex.
What about Tony?
What about Tony?
Yeah, Tony is not. Well, Yeah, Tony is going to flutter forward. He's got a square for himself that makes him feel like the big man.
Oh no.
And he is going to flap away at Mrs. Chompers right here, give Alexander advantage on his next shot.
All right, Alex.
And then backing out to the edge of its range, lining up his crossbow, Alex will almost an armor class of 5.
No, not gonna do it. And
That's
Alex.
the end of my turn.
Okay, it's gonna bring us to Gus.
I don't know. I guess I'm gonna reach down and pet this chompers. No, I'm gonna hit it with my hammer.
Okay.
Smart.
You're a fighter,
That's
not a
good
petter.
change.
That's a 10 to hit.
10 does not hit.
Okay.
Action pet.
Moving or staying put, Gus?
No,
Yeah, block Florian. I'll be all right.
I'm going to scoop up Tony and put him on my shoulder. He doesn't get his own square anymore.
Does Tony allow that?
Yeah, Tony's cool with that.
Okay.
Tony loves Gus.
Listen, Tony and I have a special bond that only comes from being stuck to each other by evil
There's a
hell.
special bond called glue.
Gus,
Evil goblin glue, yeah.
I have a 19 to hit you.
Wait, what?
I have a 19 to hit you.
Oh, it's time for the monsters to attack. Gotcha.
Yes! That's generally how this game
The
works.
most
I thought
wonderful time of the year.
No, that does not hit me. I thought that was a I thought it was an attack of opportunity. I was confused for a second.
Your AC is 20.
Yeah, my AC is currently 20.
I gotta find some players who aren't dirty cheaters.
Hey, blame Tom Wolf. He's the one that enchanted that armor.
That's true.
Also, listen, I don't even have plate mail yet. I have the shitty starting armor.
Florian.
Let's blast it with a ray of frost.
Okay.
That is a 18.
18 does hit.
18 does hit. He takes 6 frost damage.
And the thing looks a little colder than it did a minute ago, but other than that, the cold does not seem to have much effect. Moving or staying put?
Balls.
No, they're bear traps.
If I move, am I still moving out of its threat range?
Sure are, buddy.
Then I guess I'm staying put.
You've got partial cover because Gus is standing in the way.
Yeah.
If you want to take the chance.
Nope.
Okay. Lucius.
I'm gonna take a shot. I'm taking
Take a shot, Lucius.
Eldritch Blast.
I'm going to give the
Ooh.
thing partial cover because you've got 2 companions standing in front of you.
You didn't need to. That was only a 12 to hit.
12's not going to do it.
Yeah. Alright.
Seeker.
I'm gonna take a couple steps back and make sure that we're not gonna be accosted from behind.
This door open or closed?
Nobody closed it near as I can remember.
Okay. Seeker, what's up?
Seeker is going to make advantage of that 10-foot reach as well to back his way into a corner. Put his back to the corner. No one put Seeker in the corner except Seeker. And Miss Chopper's going to need to make me a wisdom saving throw.
8.
No. And once again, the exceedingly dolorous tone sings out, dealing 5 necrotic damage.
And this Chompers is rustied. Moving or staying put?
I'm good here,
Okay. Bird?
as far as I could possibly get. And then Tony, is going to flap away, giving Alex one more try. This is your last one, though, Alex.
Alex, you're up.
There we go.
I'll hit an armor class of 21
21 does it.
for 17 magical piercing damage.
And that's enough. The thing just explodes from the impact of your gun and shatters as teeth and lengths of chain go scattering across the floor of the room. There are still a good dozen or so bear traps in this room. What's next?
I'm not going to disarm those. Alex will go over and pull out his tools and start hammering the dents out of Scrappy.
Okay. Right here in this room, huh?
No. Gus is going to grab
Okay.
Scrappy, and he's going to drag him in this room.
All right.
And there you
We
go.
were fine. Okay. No, these will buff right out.
He's gonna take Tony and put him back on Seeker's head, and then pick his torch up.
Very good boy, Tony.
Then I'm going to close this door, and then I'm going to ask Florian to please close this.
Florian obliges.
Thank you.
That's the last of my reagents, though. I'll
Ah.
mention as he's pouring alchemical components on Scrappy, and the creature starts to mend.
So what happens when I kill Scrappy for a third time?
I have to make a new one tomorrow morning.
I have to step away for 2 seconds, guys. I apologize. I'll be right back.
I'm going to use this time to go get a soda, which I don't
Here's the
need,
thing.
but I'm going to get anyway.
I'm gonna have to disagree with you that this is Scrappy 2.1 or 1.1, Alex. Because when your code crashes and you bring it back up again, you don't increment the version number.
Yeah, that's true.
But
I
is
guess it's-
Scrappy really crashing?
I saw him
guess it
hit the
would be-
ground pretty hard.
It would be a version of Scrappy if I actually had to rebuild him in the morning.
You have to come up with an improvement.
Yeah, that's. Well, he did get more stats. I actually have to update his stats in my.
There, see, there you go.
There you go.
Now
right
we're
Scrappy
there.
1.1 now that I'm 4th level. 27 HP.
That beat the hell out of me.
So, Destil, I have a question for you. What version of Scrappy is going to end up with the crab claws?
I wanted to find a way to eventually give him a burrow speed. Was my thought.
Shovels.
Just evil shovel hands?
Why does it have to be evil shovel hands?
There's no such thing as good shovel hands.
But yeah, out of character, I'm out of spell slots. I don't know about you guys.
I
Edward shovel
have
hands.
Last one.
Edward shovel.
I have one spell slot left and one stupid warlock spell slot left in me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't throw out my last spell slot because I fear not having a shield.
Right.
But that's what I got.
Yeah, me too. That's why. I mean,
Sorry about that.
So
My
I-
wife got home from work early. I didn't realize she was coming home. And the dogs were flipping out. All right, everything is right with the world now.
Excellent.
but other than that, I'm completely good. Like, if you want to go, I just can't use any more alchemy or magic.
Got some more minor stuff I can toss out. I kept the level 2 soul slot as well. So I'm good to go if you guys want to keep going.
I mean, I feel like there's basically one room left.
There's
Alternately,
Behind that.
if you guys want to take a quick nap, I've got an extra dimensional rope with our name on it.
Oh, the way I said
think we
it,
just
got
go outside.
We got two pathways to take. We got this door here,
Mm-hmm.
and then we've also got the stairs going down here.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Let's check out this room and then
Yeah.
see where we're at.
I like the thought.
Lucius is trying to hold his intestines inside his body.
Walk it off.
So did we take a rest there or did we not?
No.
No.
Okay.
That would be sensible.
Florian, are you coming? Thank McDohl.
Oh no, he died.
Opening up this door.
Big rip.
Yes.
Looking into this room. It's like a junior version of the room you were just in.
No.
Except this time, the southern end of the room has the small pile of metal scrap and broken bones. And the pole is against the wall back here. But it has fewer chains attached to it, and looking in, you see fewer of these bear traps laying in within the debris.
Nope. Close the door.
What'd you see in there?
Bear traps.
Yeah, I'm right there with you with that nope.
Let's take a quick nap. Come back refreshed.
Okay. Before we
we
do
go
our
outside?
short rest, I'm going to second wind. Are we gonna just? Where are we gonna rest?
Outside.
I say we
Okay.
go outside and check up on.
Yeah.
Before we head outside, I'm going to second wind.
Okay.
In case we get into a fight outside or something.
Yeah, I need to spend these dice badly.
And when you go outside to rest for an hour, Tom remarks that Lucius looks considerably more gnawed on than he did when he went downstairs.
I was very nearly
fascinating
torn to
to watch.
shreds.
He'll live. It's fine.
Have you ever seen a living bear trap?
Can a bear trap ever truly count as living?
Scrappy counts as living.
Nice.
Just
2
because
1
you're
2
made
on
of
my
metal,
hit
doesn't
dice.
mean you're not alive.
That sounds like a very permissive definition of life. I don't disagree.
I mean, are oozes alive?
I mean, they're just giant single-cell organisms.
So
What's
I
cell?
guess yes. Could you have a giant single-celled metal organism?
Tom asks you if you fleed from these creatures or whether you destroyed them.
We think we got most of them. There's
we-
maybe 1 or 2 rooms we have to finish looking at.
He didn't answer his question. The answer is column A, column B.
No, we blew the creatures that attacked us. We blew them to shreds.
Yeah, we haven't seen any more of those that we haven't killed.
He tells you it's a pity. He knows a man in Blue Worm that might pay a large amount of gold for such a living specimen.
I mean, we could go see.
Now, when you say a large amount of gold,
Well, obviously I would take a cut as finder's fee. And then there's the matter of transport that far south with a dangerous creature.
Remind us again who was in the bottom of a hole?
Well, we still have a mechanical giant badger with a pack saddle, though.
Yeah, which piece of you do we get as a finder's fee for finding you in that hole?
Well, I think what my companions actually want to know, Tom, is how much do you consider a lot of gold? Like, are we talking 100, 1,000, 10,000? Just give us an order of magnitude estimate.
34,500.
500 gold.
He said he couldn't imagine a task this dangerous being worth doing for less than 2,000.
God.
Do you
how
still
do
have
we
those
get these-
manacles?
Does he still have what?
Did Gus have manacles at one point?
No.
Lucius does.
Lucius does.
Just as mandibles.
He says that if you can make the thing safe by encasing it in a crate or a box of some kind or otherwise disarming it, rendering it inert without destroying it, once he's well enough to travel, he'd be happy to transport the thing himself. Of course, then he's going to want a bigger cut of the profits. Say
How far is Blue Worm from
50%. Quite a distance. Couple
It's like 2
weeks
weeks
of
away, as I
travel.
recall.
Weeks. Ugh.
Yeah, it's quite a long way.
The last time we let you go 2 days away, you got thrown in a big hole. 2020.
And got all of your magical loot stolen.
He shrugs and he says that overland travel has its dangers and its drawbacks.
Also ogres.
Is that a
Is there
danger
anything
or a
out here
drawback?
we could build a box out of? I've got smith tools. I could, if you just take down one of those trees, it would take me a little bit, but
Make an Arcana check.
sure. It's a 22.
Without knowing the actual natures of these creatures or how they come to life, knowing the specifics about how to safely contain one would be very difficult, let alone trying to construct something with just makeshift pieces that you found out in the wilderness. This
All right, so we take one of the sarcophagi,
Right.
put wheels on it.
Yep.
The sarcophaguses that are affixed to the ground.
Well, that's where the wheels go.
That is how wheels work. I can confirm. I'm a gnome. We know these things.
Also, we'd have to, I think you've been able to put them to sleep, haven't you, Seeker? Like, actually capturing one isn't really a big deal.
Wait, are we talking about the undead or the bear
He's
trap?
talking about the bear traps.
Bear trap.
Oh, the bear traps.
The constructs.
I thought he was talking about the undead.
No, fuck that.
Oh,
Nobody cares about undead. Undead are a dime a dozen.
okay, now I see why he's interested in the bear traps. How much would they pay if we just gave you a bunch of parts to examine from the dead ones?
A do-it-yourself kit.
He thinks on it, and then he asks you, how much would you pay for a pile of scrap metal delivered to your barge?
Usually I give them about 2 copper per pound.
He asks if you would make the trip all the way south to Blue Worm for a couple coppers.
He has a fair point.
Yeah.
If you destroy the thing, you remove that which makes it magically interesting.
All right, we'll keep
I
that in
think
mind
if
next
I-
time Lucius is being devoured by unfair traps.
Do I think if I got my hands on one of these, I could maybe like disarm, make it so it can't move without destroying it?
To answer those kinds of questions, you'd have to get close enough to examine it, and if you're close enough to examine it, you have to have some kind of plan to subdue it.
Okay. I was close enough to examine one of them when it started biting my face off, though.
It didn't actually start moving until you stepped down and tried to poke
Okay.
at it. You
Okay.
tried to disarm it with thieves' tools.
So Seeger has a 10-foot stick, right?
Yeah, I gotta. Well, not on me. Again, next time we go back to town, we have to invest in the telescoping pole.
Okay, so we could build a 10-foot pole.
We could build a 10-foot pole, no problem.
We're in a forest.
Could we perhaps build a trap for the trap?
A trap.
I like the way you think, Florian.
I mean, not a bad idea, but
Anyway, let's finish. Let's check that last stairwell down, and then we'll
Yeah.
give this some more thought.
What if we had like a smaller stick, like a smaller pole, right? And we put a box on the top, and underneath it we put Lucius's face.
respectfully, no.
Like, do you mean like a picture of Lucius's face or Lucius's actual face?
Respectfully, no.
Then you need some way to remove his face.
I'm not for the plan, Lucius. I'm not for the plan, Lucius. I just want to be clear on what he means so that I'll know to watch him if he decides to,
No, I'm terribly fascinated by these things as well. I mean, even though they did just rip me apart.
Everybody can go ahead and take the benefits of a short rest while you're chatting it up with Tom. And what's next?
Do
Oh,
have
I need
any
to roll
magic
my
that
hit
might
die.
aid in this?
Check out this stair down.
Spell slots.
This thing didn't seem intelligent, did it? Just seemed to move on instinct, yeah?
The traps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The shackle traps.
I mean, it doesn't mean they couldn't have been given like orders. Like it could be as intelligent as Scrappy.
Okay.
We're heading down these stairs next.
Yeah, I think so.
Yep.
The stairs descend a good deal deeper than the stairs on the opposite side, and they turn in a spiral at one point. It seems to go around 2 or 3 times. So at the end of it, you're disoriented as to which direction you're facing. I guess unless one of you is a dwarf and didn't tell me.
Or if one of us picked up that feat that makes it where you always know which way's north.
Did
You're
anybody pick
disoriented
that?
as to whether it was 2 or 3 times.
As you descend the stairs, what's our light source, first of all? Are you still holding a torch, Gus?
Yeah, I have a torch.
Okay. As you're descending the stairs, it becomes apparent that you're descending down into a nest of the blind, gray-skinned creatures, as the sound of their gibbering and scattering becomes more and more apparent.
Okay, so I'm going to stop when we kind of come to that realization.
Yeah.
Since I'm first, and I'm not going to let anybody pass me, and I'm going to turn around, and I'm going to tell them, I'm very quietly going to say, "Do we want to do this? We are not adventurers."
We can handle it. Douse the torch, though.
They're blind, and Alex does not get a vote. What does everybody else say?
Oh, it was the
How is that even remotely fair?
The adventurers have been
Gustavus.
through here, and they missed all of the stuff that we have found out. We're
Yeah,
better than adventurers. We're investigators.
investigators. Exactly.
God